Hello Internet, my name is Danielle Miceli. I'm an upcoming fantasy novelist, and today I wanted to share with you 7 ways to combat writer's block for good. So let's dive right into it. Number 1, stop calling it writer's block. The problem sucks enough already. Why we gotta make it sound so damn insurmountable? I don't like to picture it like this big hulking stone wall in between me and my dreams. It's more like a little divot in the ground that you trip and fall into, but it's only a matter of getting yourself back up to move forward again. Positive thinking. Number 2, read something that makes you want to write. Either because it's in your same genre, so it makes you excited to get back into it again, or because it's something completely different and it makes you miss your genre again, like, ugh, where are all the dragons at this college campus? And the good news is, whether the book is good or bad, it will still help you want to get back to yours. Number 3, go for a walk. Sunshine can be felt even in the wintertime, and nature is great fodder for writers. Challenge yourself to describe at least one thing you walk past in a totally new way. How do you typically conjure the image of, let's say, falling leaves in your writing? While you're walking, watch as they twirl like ballerinas or drift like ghosts. Then notice how the different descriptions totally change the tone of your would-be scene, and relish in how fucking cool that is. Words are the best. Examine every detail while you're outside and practice becoming an active observer. You'll come back refreshed and already in a writing mindset. Number 4, go for a walk version 2. Take a walk, doesn't have to be anywhere fancy, just around your neighborhood. Put headphones on and listen to music that inspires you. If you like to write to music, then play your writing playlist. I personally need complete silence to write, so I'll listen to music that reminds me of my characters, my world, or specific epic scenes that I'm anticipating writing. I know you could just as easily do this inside your writing space, but go the fuck outside. Clearly, that space isn't working for you anymore, and a change of scenery can do wonders. Number 5, call someone. I know, first I told you to go outside, now I'm telling you to talk to people, but hear me out. Obviously, if you have a writing buddy in real life, that is awesome and the best, but any friend or family member can understand and appreciate a good story. That's not a writer thing, that's a human thing. Let them hype you up, or take to the awesome author communities on Twitter or Instagram. There are so many positive writing communities online nowadays. Go take advantage of them. If you're new and don't know where to start, I recommend checking out Writing Lara Ferrari's Instagram page. Not just because her writing advice is so amazing and compassionate, but she attracts many other fellow writers in the comments that you can often engage with. For Twitter, try starting by following Katie Masters. She prides herself on being your writing big sister, and who doesn't need one of those in their life, really? And those are just 2 people that I pulled literally out off the top of my head. There are hundreds of amazing people to follow and engage with on both platforms that can be super, super encouraging. Number 6, if none of this is working and your head's pounding and your creativity is just nowhere to be found, then stop. Listen to yourself. A burnout is never productive. Give yourself permission to call it a day earlier than you would have liked. Go and do something completely different. Go eat something. Often the problem blocking our writing has nothing to do with the writing itself. We might be getting into our own head and letting the anxiety take over. It's never that we can't find the problem with whatever we're working on, but sometimes it just feels like we can't because our self-confidence is taking a major hit. So every now and then you need to give yourself a little love and take a break. But the caveat to this self-care allowance, do not let it carry on into tomorrow. New day, new start, right? I know the struggle. Sometimes giving yourself permission to slack off is addicting, and that really sucks. Because you can't trick yourself. You know what you should be doing, and what you want to be doing is writing. You want your progress to be an uphill climb with brief rest stops along the way, not a gaping plateau. Don't let your story flatline, it needs you to breathe. And most importantly, number 7, when all else fails, write anyway. Sorry to be the one to tell you this, but from one writer to another, we're not that different from everyone else. I don't like calling it writer's block because it's not a problem specific to writers. People in all professions experience blocks that make them not want to do their job, and they don't make up special names for it. They just admit that they don't feel like working that day and do it anyway. As writers, we need to be a little more like that and admit that, yeah, we love writing, but that shit is hard. And sometimes we're not always head over heels in love with the process. Own up to that and bask in the relief that it brings you. So you're having a rough day, week, month, where a number of external reasons make you feel like you don't want to do your job. It's up to you to decide whether to quit or whether to push past it. The best way to get past this concept of a writer's block is to force yourself to write in spite of it. I used to believe it was impossible to force yourself to write, but when I actually tried it, I realized it's really not. It sucks, but the more words you squeeze out, the easier it is to fall back into your stride, and the better you'll feel. I can promise you that. Just try it. And if you don't like what you're squeezing out, you can always revise or discard it later, like the clear, drippy bits of ketchup from a bottle that wasn't properly shaken first. Sometimes you just need to force that liquidy crap out to get to the condiment you're looking for, and then wipe up the stuff that came out first, because that's gross. So there you have it, friends, my top 7 ways to get over the idea of writer's block. If you have any tips of your own, please share them in the comments below. You never know who they'll resonate with, and I would love to read them and use them. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. I post new writing videos every other Thursday. If you don't want to miss any, then please subscribe and ring that bell. And if you're looking for ways to connect between videos, I'm on both Instagram and Twitter as Danny Writes Books. You can also find me on Facebook, Goodreads, and of course my author website, daniellemiceli.com. You can find all the relevant links down below, so yeah, do the things. Until next time!